And next, may we have Randy Martel and Christopher Martel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210th District Court criminal docket for October 10th, 2023. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding, well, I don't say COVID anymore. All directives, and we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Marufo, would you call our next case?
Yes, Judge. In cause number 2021-0D00640 and 2021-0D00641, State of Texas versus Randy Alexander Martel and Christopher Rick Martel. Announcement of counsel, please.
Robert King for the state. State is ready.
Felix Valenzuela and David Nunez for Mr. Randy Martel.
Jake Spencer for Mr. Chris Martel.
And we are scheduled for a status conference today. Honestly, I'm having a little trouble shifting gears. Good, Miss King, I hope you aren't, because I'm going to look to you all for status. How we do it?
I did receive an email from David regarding the which videos am I referring to. I believe the way they were titled on the exhibit list corresponds with how they were uploaded on portal, but I will make sure and I will respond to that email today, by end of today. That's all I have, Judge.
Mr. Nunez, Mr. Valenzuela, or Mr. Spencer?
I think that was the only thing we have pending was being able to identify which videos. I think we have thousands of videos, so we're just asking the state which videos are the ones that they named. Am I right, Mr. Nunez?
Yes, that's correct. And Your Honor, the way that the state turned over that exhibit list, and it's specifically items 17 through 25, the way that they're labeled on the list is not how they're named on the on portal, essentially. So we're just trying to get the exact file name, and then we can go from there. But we'll be waiting on that.
And you'll have an answer by end of today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. King. Mr. Spencer, anything?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. No, everything that was mentioned by Mr. Valenzuela and Mr. Nunez, and Mr. Joe Spencer apologizes, Your Honor. He's in federal court.
Understood. Thank you for your time. If there's nothing else, we don't have anything until the final hearing plea deadline. I feel comfortable. I'll hear from you all if there is a need to come back sooner. Thank you for your time.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Judge.
much, Judge.
Thank you,
Take
Your
care.
Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Maybe excuse Judge?
Yes, have a good day. Who's
Thanks.
next?
Judge, on page 20. And next, may we have Michael Garcia?
Miss Carla, if you're there, am I correct? Did I only get two summaries?
Your Honor, yes, that is correct.
Okay, all right.
Your Honor, we don't have a Michael Garcia in our docket. Can you provide me with the ESO number, please?
Yes.
You have it, Marufo?
Yes, Judge. 9390324.
It's at the downtown facility.
Okay. We'll get him on.
Can we go to Mr. Anchondo?
Yes, Judge. In cause number 2021-0D02888 and 2021-0D02887, State of Texas versus Roberto Armendariz. Announcement of counsel, please.
Sorry, which case is this one?
He's on page 17, Mr. Randleman.
He was at 1:30, Mr. Vandenberg.
Oh, yes. David Vandenberg on behalf of the state.
Chris Anchondo on behalf of Mr. Armendariz.
Brittany Willis, adult probation.
And I know this was scheduled at 1:30. The court had other matters in the courtroom. So your client, he's there in the court in the back, but he's not present per se, Mr. Anchondo. Are you okay proceeding in that manner?
Yes, Your Honor.
We were set for revocation hearing. There was something you wanted to bring to the court's attention or discuss with the court?
Judge, I can end this pretty quickly if this is something that I can indulge with you. He did successfully complete BHRTC. Would Your Honor be inclined to give him credit for that time?
What, generally, no. What were we looking at in terms of a revo, Mr. Anchondo?
So the offer is 2 TDC on the 3rd degree and 6 months state jail on the state jail felony.
And minus the yeah, go ahead. Minus the BHRTC time, what does he have?
He's got about 14 and a half months.
Without BHRTC?
Without BHRTC.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not a real fan of giving that BHRTC credit. And he's at the minimum on both. So
Right.
no.
And so then, Judge, my question then is, and this is really where this was going to be on the point today, was he absconded for 3 months, and he really wants to work probation and to do the probation rather than be revoked. I know the state wants to revoke him based off of his prior history. And obviously the revocation, as stated. But with regards to his personal matters, he did communicate that he had some housing and some family matters that he was dealing with during the time that he stopped reporting. And really, those are the type of things that he did, were the reasons why he went off and stopped reporting. The unfortunate part is that he did have opportunities to try to get housing through probation and to be able to try to assess any type of mental health with EHN. And so, but I guess his plight was a little too much for him at that time to go ahead and deal with the issues that he was confronted with. Ultimately, we're asking to see if the court would indulge him and try to give him another chance, or if Your Honor is more inclined to say, you know what, I'm not looking that way, and I'd rather him do some time.
That's exactly right. I'm good with the 6 months and the 2 TDC, Mr. Anchondo.
Okay, Judge. Well, then I'll communicate with him him, and then we can set it for a plea of true if that's the case. Because again, I don't see this going in. Actually, can we set it for a contested in the event that he wants to still make his plea? But if we can do the plea of true at that time, I'll send it. I already have the stipulation paperwork. If I go talk to him today and he decides that he signs it, I'll send that to the court so that we can just set it for a plea of true.
So is he still in the back, Mr. Marufo, or no more?
No, he's gone, Judge.
Okay, so I am going to reset it. It was set for revocation today, so I'm going to reset it 30 days for revocation. If it turns into a plea of true, so be it.
Fantastic, Judge. I'll get the documents if that's the case.
Thank you, Ms. Willis. Ms. Willis, go ahead and check with us maybe a couple of days or a day before our hearing date to verify if you actually, would need to be here if we think we're going revo route. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Y'all are excused. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Who's next?
Top of page 19, Judge. And next, may we have Arnold Cyrus?
Coming up.
Judge, on Mr. Arnold, we have agreed to 2 years TDC. And we have, I think we submitted incomplete paperwork. So Mr. Vandenberg and I are trying to figure out some signature. I need to send Mr. Vandenberg the paperwork so we can do a plea of true.
Okay. So what was the agreement here?
2 years TDC, Judge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we still need to, I see, yeah, some papers, but I think they were returned. So as soon as you submit the paperwork, I'll reset you for 3 weeks.
Okay, Judge.
Reset 3 weeks. Same deal on this one, Mr. Huffman. Well, no, I'll just leave it as is.
Yeah.
Does he have, yeah, we'll just leave it reset for 3 weeks.
Okay, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Cyrus, they're working on your paperwork. There were some issues with the paperwork. So we will do your plea once I receive the completed paperwork, okay?
All right.
Thank you. Who's next?
Page 20, Judge. Downtown,
Yes.
do you have a Garcia, Michael?
Correct.
Okay. In cause number 2015-0D0 3228, State of Texas versus Michael Jacob Garcia. Announcement of council, please.
David Vandenberg on behalf of the state is ready.
Cesar Lozano on behalf of Mr. Garcia, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
And Mr. Garcia is appearing remotely from the jail annex, I'm sorry, from the downtown jail. Carla, is someone covering this one?
Your Honor, that would be me.
Okay. So I see a motion to revoke was filed. I don't know if I have a case summary, but I do see the motion to revoke. Filed, amended motion to revoke. Okay.
That was my fault, Your Honor, for not submitting it. I didn't have a chance earlier, sorry.
There's one that's filed on April 6th.
April 5th, yeah. Okay, so it looks like on the motion, he picked up an A and B in Pecos, and then he picked up a POM in Tarrant County. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Is that generally it? Miss Carla, do you have something else?
Your Honor, this case in particular was transferred to our section due to him not reporting, being an absconder. So he was in our UTL caseload. The last time he reported, let me just get to the date. I have September 7th, 2021.
All right. Well, Mr. Lozano, Mr. Vandenberg, you had a time, Rick?
Your Honor, we would recommend 3 TDC on this.
Mr. Lozano?
Your Honor, my client signed in 2015 to 10 years probation. He actually had been doing very well on probation to the point where he had completed all the terms and conditions about, I think it was by 2019, I think he had already been done with all the terms and conditions. The only thing that he failed to do was ask for an early release of probation, even though his probation officer at the time, that was in discussion. I can talk about the new case that he was accused of the assault. That case was dismissed in September 23rd. Judge, he has been working. He has been providing for his family. He's been with his family. He had been working really well with the probation officer. I know the failure to report for almost 2 years doesn't look good for him, doesn't make the court any happier with what he was doing. But I will say, Judge, for all those years to be doing well, to be in discussions with the probation officer, like get an attorney and let's get you out of probation. I just was hoping that the court would consider giving him some time. He's still not termed. He still has a while to go. He's in a much better place with everything, including his family, which again, there was having some issues back when he stopped reporting. But I think this is somebody who can finish probation successfully, Your Honor.
I disagree, and I'm good with 3 TDC. So please speak with your client. I'll have him set for a pre-revel hearing in 30 days. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you for your time. Who's next?
Next, do you have Dominguez? On page 19, Judge. I mean, downtown. Downtown, do you have Dominguez or do you have to go get him?
Yes, switching floors.
Okay.
Who's on Mr. Dominguez? Mr. Huffman, is that you?
That is me, Judge.
Do we just need a trial date on that or do we need something else?
Yeah, he's been MIA for a long time. He recently got picked up on a warrant. But it had been a few months since, at least half a year since our office has had contact with him.
Uh-huh.
So I need to talk to him, Judge.
Right, on that one, I just assume kind of get his trial track going, and unless you need something from the court right now, just get you a trial track.
That's good. That's all we need, Judge.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We'll just need, I mean, I'm gonna put him on something. I mean, we were already at final hearing plea deadline. You've been on it all this time?
Brent Stevens. But so I'm not too familiar with the facts of the case, but
Okay.
I definitely and we didn't have a whole lot of conversations with the client. So we definitely need to go through the case.
Okay, so for today's purposes, I'm just gonna have instructions to Myrna to get you a trial track. I'm not gonna expedite it, although I know he's in custody because it's new to you. Okay, if that changes and you need something sooner, let us know.
Thank you, Judge. And Mr. Vandenberg, do we have an offer yet on this case?
On Dominguez, I do not know.
Okay, I'll
This
follow
is-
up.
Talk to Mr. Reynolds. He'll know.
Okay.
Okay, so if that's all that's at downtown Marufo, we don't,
Okay.
is that the only one left?
Yes, Judge, and the downtown, yes, Judge.
And can we go to Ms. Navarrete next on Ms. Udero?
Yes, ma'am.
Or did Udero log in?
I don't see nobody in the waiting room.
Hello, Judge. I did send her the link and she did confirm on receiving it. I just texted her again if she was able to log in and I still haven't received a response from her.
Okay, I'm gonna call it. Oh, well, if I had the cause number, I'd call it.
Page 18, Judge.
18. Calling cause number 2019-0D0. Is it 3803 State of Texas versus Gabrielle Marie Udero? May I have announcements, please?
Teller taken for the state. The state is ready, Your Honor.
Alejandra Navarrete with adult probation, Your Honor.
For purposes of the record, we are now conducting this hearing remotely. This was set at 1:30 for an in-person probation status hearing. I did speak with CSO Navarrete regarding Ms. Udero's presence. The court had been agreeable to accommodate her here via Zoom as she failed to appear in person. Ms. Navarrete, she has now you have been in communication with her regarding this Zoom link, and has she expressed any inability to be able to get on here for her hearing?
No, Your Honor. She said she received it. She said that she was waiting the application to log in, but I texted her right now to make sure that she's logged in and she hasn't responded.
And there is no one in the waiting room. So at this time, I am going to request a bench warrant. Ms. Navarrete, you, in preparing for today's hearing, I did review your email. So please keep me informed of any concerns you might have before the court signs that bench warrant, okay?
Yes, sounds good, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate your patience. I know you've been waiting long.
It's okay, Judge. Thank you. May I be excused?
You may. Who's next?
Judge, bottom of page 21.
Mhm.
Haven't been able to get in contact with Ms. Solomon.
21. Wasn't this case, let's see. Is there anyone else ready?
That's our last case, Judge.